What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's the big dog named Austin, and here we are. We got a Super Bowl matchup. Okay, we already did the Chiefs-Ravens reaction, Lions-Niners reaction. The Niners, they got it done against the Detroit Lions. I'm not going to lie, I was rooting pretty hard for the Detroit Lions. If you watched my live stream of that game, you saw that I was kind of emotionally invested. I really wanted the Lions to come out on top. They started off hot as you can get. They got up 24-7 at the half, and all the vibes were great for the Detroit Lions. But the 49ers, they weren't going to go out without a fight. Man, did Brock Purdy silence all the critics? Did he silence all the haters? Is he the next GOAT? Is he the next guy? I think he answered some of those questions. I think he answered the fact that he can be a great quarterback. He took his team to another Super Bowl. I mean, not another Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, another Super Bowl like within the last, few years. But a different quarterback was at the helm at that point. But he's got him here. He took him to the NFC Championship last year, and now, after getting hurt in that game, came back and has got his team in the Super Bowl. But let's break it down. Like I said, the Lions were up 24-7 at the half. The San Francisco 49ers came out the half. They got a field goal. And this is where things started to change. If you are a believer in momentum, or if you're not a believer in momentum, I think you got to admit something was happening in this game. The Detroit Lions decided to go for it in 4th and 2, and they did not get it. And that led to one of the biggest plays, one of the craziest plays in the game. Brock Purdy threw it deep, and it bounced off the Lions defender's face mask, and he could have had an interception. And Brandon Ayuk caught it for a 51-yard catch and set the 49ers up in great position to score. A few plays later, Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk hooked up in the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown. That made it 24-17. The very next drive, I'm pretty sure it was the very first play of that drive, the Detroit Lions fumbled the ball. The running back, I'm going to say it was Jahmyr Gibbs, went up the middle and fumbled the ball. And that also completely changed the game. And the Niners, 4 plays later from that, scored a touchdown that would then tie the game at 24. Now we've got a ball game. The Detroit Lions, after being up 17 points, and that 4th down attempt, they could have kicked a field goal. I don't exactly remember how long of a field goal it would have been. I think it would have been 40-something yards, definitely makeable. But they decided not to do that, not to go up 17, and the Niners were able to play their game. They were able to get stops on defense, and they were able to get Christian McCaffrey involved, Deebo Samuel involved, and obviously Brandon Ayuk was huge. And then the very next possession, the Lions, they're tied. They're rattled a little bit. They punt, and then the Niners go downfield with that ball, field goal. They go up 27-24. At this point, the Niners have all the momentum. The Detroit Lions then have a decent enough drive where they could tie the ball game at 27 with the field goal, but they elect to go for it, and they don't get it. It was a drop pass, and at that point, the Niners went down the field, scored a touchdown. They went up by 10, which is absolutely massive in a game like this. I do think the Lions could have maybe done something. I will kind of get into the time management in a little bit, but the Niners went up by 10, 34-24, and the Lions, they're desperate. They haven't scored since half. They haven't scored since before the half, and they go downfield. They get a touchdown on 4th down. Now on 3rd and goal, they decide to run it, and it was absolutely stuffed for a negative 2-yard run. That's not the point. The run's not the point. But the fact is, you had 3 timeouts at that point on 3rd and goal. Oh, is that the sun? Is that the sun? Oh my God, that's the sun. Wow. We haven't seen the sun in days. Wow. Look at that. The sun. How about that? So where was I? So they ran it on 3rd and goal, and they did not get it. They had to use one of their 3 timeouts. At that point, you pretty much, you can't stop them on defense. If you pass the ball incomplete and then still score on that 4th and goal as you did. You give the ball back. You don't absolutely have to kick an onside kick. You give the ball back to the 49ers, and you have 3 timeouts. You can stop them, and make them punt and have like maybe 30 seconds to work with, down 3. So I don't know if the Lions had great clock management. A lot of things could have been done differently, but a lot of fans would argue that Dan Campbell, this is what got them to this point, to a 12-5 record, an AFC North champion, and an NFC Championship game appearance. This is what got them to that point. This is their bread and butter, was being aggressive all season long, and a lot of fans and a lot of people around the locker room that's what we are. And I respect it. You live by the sword and you die by the sword. It is what it is. And the Detroit Lions had a fantastic year, and I feel bad for the Lions because I wanted them to go to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I wanted it to be anybody versus the Lions. Really, it would have been great to see Detroit in the Super Bowl. Now they're out. The 49ers, the number 1 seed. They were the best team in the NFC all season long. They made it. Obviously, they're the better team. Brock Purdy, though, like I said earlier, did he silence the critics? He was phenomenal. He was making plays with his legs. He was making plays, standing there in the pocket, taking big hits. Brock Purdy's a great quarterback. Brock Purdy isn't just a product of the system or a game manager. He is a great quarterback. I mean, the stats don't lie. Brock Purdy has great weapons around him, but he is a great quarterback. And I think that he silenced the critics, and I think he silenced a lot of the doubters and the haters around the league. So the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl. A rematch of the Super Bowl in 2019 where the Niners actually entered the 4th quarter with a 10-point lead, and then the Chiefs ended up winning that game. So we'll see what happens. There's a little over a week and a half now until Super Bowl Sunday. And, obviously, I can't wait because it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a highly competitive game. No matter if it just doesn't seem like a good matchup, it's going to be a highly competitive game. There's going to be a lot of scoring, a lot of big plays. You got a lot of great players on both teams. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great ending to the season. Taylor Swift will probably make it. Okay, I know that's what everybody's worried about. But that's it, man. So congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers. They were able to get it done against the Detroit Lions. They advanced to Super Bowl 58. I want to say this is the 8th time the 49ers franchise has been to the Super Bowl. So congratulations to them. A very historic franchise. But that's all I've got. I'm the big dog named Austin. I'll have plenty of videos coming up about the NFL, breaking down the Super Bowl matchups. I've got the Pro Bowl is coming up. I know y'all can't wait for that one. But that's all I've got. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to my channel. Like and comment on the video. That'd be great. I don't know if you're subscribed to the video. That'd be crazy. Appreciate the Sun making a cameo. That was awesome. I haven't seen the Sun in, I think, a couple of weeks now. But yeah, I'm the big dog named Austin, and y'all have a fantastic day.